And welcome back for the final video of the day. Like I said in the last few videos, I fell behind on the requests, like the birthday requests. So I had like 3 just come and go, and I'm sorry about that. So I'm making up for it today. This one comes to us from Noble Chief, who asked the question, what Lantern Corps do I think Sam and Dean Winchester belong in? I've never actually watched Supernatural, like all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces here and there, and I'm aware of the series finale and how it ultimately ended up. But I've never actually watched it. But I do know these characters actually pretty well for what it's worth. Not like everything they've been through, but like the personalities of the character and most of what they've been through. A decent portion of what they've been through. So I feel like I can probably give a good idea of it. And so let's just get into it real quick then. So green makes the obvious sense. Green is you have to overcome great fear and have a lot of great willpower. Well, what the hell is it that they do for a living about the supernatural? Some of it well out of their pay grade, like Dean said when he confronted death. So yeah, it makes sense Green would be a likely candidate for him. Another one, though, is rage. Because, I mean, it comes from love, certainly. And we'll talk about Sapphires a little later. But also, they're angered at the death of their mother and their father. And definitely later on in the season, when we get like Mark Kane Dean going on, or Possess Sam, you can definitely see scenarios where rage can work as a Lantern Corps for them. Now, obviously, it's not a 100% done deal kind of thing. There's definitely definitely reasons they can't be Red Lanterns, particularly through the majority of the season or series, because that's not really what's powering them, rage. But still, rage could be a candidate. Fear also works because after a while, they start gaining reputations, and special supernatural being started to actually be afraid of them. So I think fear could work certainly. Death also has to be on the consideration list for obvious reasons. Like, take the series finale out of the equation. They both died several times, if I'm not mistaken. There's a reason that Dean got the Mark Kane on him. So, yeah, both of these guys could be Black Lanterns without issue. As I mentioned, their motivation for going after their yellow-eyed demon that killed their father and mother was love. Like, they loved their parents, so they wanted revenge for that. And so you can make an argument that rage and love can go hand in hand. In fact, they're 2 Lantern Corps that actually could very well could be worked in tandem together because, you're angered and motivated by both rage and love simultaneously. There you go. I would say that this one's probably... Well, let's get to the last one. And hope. I think they've always carried hope with them, and they continue to carry hope with them. Sam hoped to have a normal life and a family. Dean hoped for, that peace he finally was asking for, and by the series finale, it all works through. People also have to put their faith in Dean and Sam all the time, too. So hope makes a lot of sense. Now, the 3 I did not have on here, compassion, life, and... Oh, crap, what was the other one I didn't have on here? Compassion, life, and avarice. They're, real quick, compassion, of course they have compassion, but it's not their dominant trait. They got to be dealing with a lot more, and compassion just doesn't work. It's not their defining emotion is what I'm saying. Avarice, they've had moments of being greedy, but it was to an ends means. There was never just greed for the sake of greed. So I can't say greed works. And life, that one you can make an argument for, but they're dead. So, and even when they were living, I don't know if you could make an argument for life per se, because they had to go through so much other freaking turmoil that I'm wondering if life just at one point would have been a qualifier, or they would have qualified for life, but they could no longer qualify for life. I mean, they've taken a lot of lives, even though they're supernatural entities. They've taken a lot of lives. So I don't know if I can really count life in that. But I think life is kind of like a runner-up, Lantern Corps. So real quick, I think hope is a stronger category than love. Same with the strong category than rage. So those 2 are right out. Then we have the fear. I think fear also goes on the lower tiers as well. No particular order right now. This is due to the fact that while they definitely earned a reputation, still plenty of individuals were okay with effing with them. So I think fear definitely is possible, but not strong. So that leaves us a black, hope, and green. If we're going by just the end of the series, then I'm going to go black for obvious reasons. But if we're going by when they're still alive throughout the series, I think hope and Will outweigh Death only because the series went on for so long that they had enough character arcs, enough, storylines to overcome this. Even though Dean and Sam, I believe, are both still died, I think Will and Hope overpower them. So while these two can work perfectly in tandem with each other, in fact, they're the only two rings that legitimately complement each other, which one's the most likely? Well, I think it's going to be the boring answer. Blue's runner-up, and it's green. Because of everything they've had to face, be it, Satan, Lucifer himself, God's sister, Leviathans, ghosts, goblins, vampires, werewolves, you name it, they've fought it. Demons, a lot of the time, you name it, they've fought it. I feel like Will is the kind of obvious answer here, man. Overcoming great fear and having great willpower, that's Will in the nutshell. So, like I said, I'm going Will as the primary, Blue as the secondary, and then Black as the third. The other three are kind of the big runners up here in no particular order. Although I would say, if I were to put it in order, I'd say Sapphire as the fourth, Fear as the fifth, and then Red as the real, follow-up. With a honorable mention to White. So that, in my opinion, is Sam and Dean Winchester's Lantern Corp. This is just my opinion, obviously. Let me know in the comments if you think differently. If you do, that's cool. Let me know which core you think they'd belong into. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. The week of Who Would Win starts tomorrow. I also have a Death Battle petition because we got the Alucard versus Dio fight. I'm looking forward to that. Come on, Allie. You know who I'm rooting for. But either way, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.